You began the movie shortly after 11 o'clock.
I don't know the exact timing.
Corey arrived at 11 o'clock with salads.
I don't know when he arrived.
You don't know what time you fell asleep?
I honestly don't.
And you don't know what time you went to bed?
No, I don't.
But Corey was in the house while you were texting with John,
Yes.
and while you sent him that naked picture.
He was not in the house when I was in the bathtub.
Oh, that was about 10:45?
That was earlier, yes.
And that was just a few minutes before Corey arrived?
I might have had that picture saved from earlier.
But you sent it,
Yes, I sent it at that time.
knowing knowing Mr. Thomas was coming.
Yes.
I'm going to go through some exhibits with you, if I may. Okay, the first is Defense 509. And may I publish again, Your Honor? The people have no
Is
objection.
it admitted?
The state has no objection to its admission, Your Honor.
So 509 is admitted and yes, we can publish.
Okay, what is this?
That's the cover of the magazine that we did together.
All right, and it was published in January 2014.
I'm not sure when it was published, when it was released.
You able to see that?
It's quite far away. Yes, that appears to be so.
Better?
Yes, much better. Yes, that is true.
And I'm sorry, 531. I moved 531 in.
State has no objection, Your Honor.
It's admitted?
This part of that shoot?
No, it is not.
All right. What shoot was this from?
We did a photo shoot at our manager's request, and we did a couple's photo shoot.
You had the same manager?
Yes, we did.
Who was that?
His name is Caden.
And I don't know, it's a little bit difficult to see on that one. I don't know if it's difficult for you to see, but there's a tattoo on the back of John's left bicep up toward the top. Do you know what that is?
The one that is crossed out is his brother's name, and I don't remember what he put above it.
Okay. Are you familiar with a gentleman named Phil Baroni?
Yes, I am.
And does Phil have a nickname?
The New York Badass.
Okay. Now, with that in mind, do you see an interlocking NNY like the New York Yankees?
I can't see that, but I recall the tattoo now.
And under the interlocking NY, there's a little V and an A?
Yes.
And that's for New York Badass?
Yes, I believe so.
So he had Phil's logo tattooed on him?
Yes.
State has no objection to 517, Your Honor.
Move it in, please.
517 is admitted.
What photo shoot is this from?
This is from before I think it was the first fight that I went to of his.
Was that the October 19th fight?
If that was his first fight, then
Do you remember the location of the fight?
I don't remember the location.
All right. We'll get back to that in just a sec.
No objection.
Move 529, please.
Without objection, it's admitted.
All righty. What was this from?
This was for, I think this was for his clothing line.
Okay, it says something like YS maybe at the bottom?
Oh, yes, that's Ibarra Studios. That was,
Josh Ibarra?
yes.
And now, do you know whether it's his clothing line or not?
Yes, it is his
It
part of his
is.
clothing line.
Okay. And he's, for for lack of a more artful phrase, biting your bottom?
Yes.
Oh, this is a, this is 551. It's just a picture. Okay.
No objection?
Moving
You
on.
have to ask it to be admitted if you want me to do so.
Yes, ma'am, moving into this.
It's admitted.
And this is what I've just showed you. Are you able to, let me go back in. Be able to see the,
Yes, I can see that.
all right. Are you aware of whether John has any other tattoos of his MMA friends?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Move that. 533? Yeah, I'd ask to move 533.
533,
Yes.
No objection.
it's admitted.
All right.
If you zoom in around it, may help.
I do. If you look at this, I see it's the property of War Machine tattoo. It looks like it's a bit raised. Is this when it's fresh?
Yes, it is.
Now, do you have an exact or a best estimation of when this was?
I don't remember when we got the tattoos.
Would it have been early on in your relationship,
I'd say towards the middle.
toward the middle? Seeking to admit 530.
Any objection?
No.
It's admitted.
Thank you.
Stop moving it, let it.
I will.
Try to zoom in or out a little. There you go.
Got it. Okay. What is this picture of?
This is a picture of us together.
Out at a bar or club?
Yes, I believe it was like an outdoor pool club.
Here in Las Vegas?
Yes.
And I noticed John is holding a drink. Is that what you talked about earlier with it sometimes made you uncomfortable going out like this?
Yes.
518? Seeking to admit 518.
No objection by the state runner.
Admitted.
Just want to make sure I show you.
Okay.
Yeah. All righty. Can you see that all right?
Yes.
All right. Is that a picture, if you know, is that a picture of the night you had sushi that you discussed the mall kidnap?
No, that would not be the same night.
Okay. Do you recall when this picture was from?
I do not.
Can you tell me who's in the picture?
That is Phil Baroni and his wife and John.
Hold on one sec. Can you use the touch screen to point to Phil? Is his wife's name Angela?
Yes,
Can you just point to Phil, please?
this is Phil.
And Angela?
This is Angela.
Okay. And to Phil's right?
I don't remember his name.
Okay. And I take it to Phil's left. You can recognize that fellow?
Pardon?
I take it to Angela's left. You can recognize that person?
Yes.
And that's John?
Yes.
And that would be you next to him?
Yes.
And who's next to you?
I don't remember who they are.
Do you remember what this dinner was?
I don't, honestly.
Okay. I'm going to go back to some MMA pictures. This is already admitted. This is States 188. This is a publicity picture of John before a shoot.
Before a fight, yes.
I'm sorry, before a fight. And do you recall what fight that was?
I do not.
Seeking to admit 508.
No objection, Your Honor.
It's admitted.
All right. What does this appear to be?
That is a fight flyer.
And it gives what date on it?
October 18th.
And if you're able to see where it is, if not, I can zoom in.
I can't see where that is.
Can you see that?
Yes, Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Alrighty. And was that the fight you were talking about, the first fight that you saw with him?
I believe that was the first fight.
Okay. I know I'm going a little bit out of order, but we have some late-breaking things. You were shown yesterday a picture of John with his, with I guess with you basically in a chokehold and John biting your ear.
Yes.
All right. And this is States 254. Am I a publisher on?
Mr. Lee, it's not in there, but I would have no objection to the addition of States 254.
254 is admitted.
All right. So this is basically, you didn't know each other before this shoot, correct?
No, we did not.
You had never met?
No.
Okay, and this is a picture of him choking you and biting your ear the first time you met?
I wouldn't call this a choke. I
What?
was not short of breath. My breathing was not impeded in any way.
Simulating choking you?
His arm is just crossed over to my shoulder. I wouldn't consider this a choke.
Consider it a hug?
It would, for all intents and purposes, be just resting his arm around me.
All right. Going back to MMA, seeking to admit 541.
No objection, Your Honor.
541 is admitted.
This from the October 18th fight?
No, his shorts were a different color.
What color were shorts at the October 18th fight? Orange?
From the picture that you just showed me, they were black and now they're orange.
Okay, this is black. You said that was the October 18th fight, was you
Yes,
wearing-
but that's not him.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is... yeah,
Yes,
correct?
that is him.
Sorry. And his shorts are?
They are orange.
Okay. And he did not wear orange at the October 18th fight?
From the picture that you just showed me, stating that it was the October 18th fight, they were black.
This is a promo picture, correct?
Yes, but they take them in their shorts.
I see. Okay. So was there a fight you attended? Did you only attend one fight of his?
No, I attended 2 or 3. It was 3.
There was 3. All right, seeking to admit 540.
No objection.
Admitted.
You know what fight this is from?
I don't remember which fight this is from.
You think you were there?
Yes, I was there because I remember this guy, but I don't know which fight number it would be.
All right, and that's John. He has him down and he's about to punch the guy's head.
Yes.
You mentioned yesterday that John had a job teaching kids MMA,
Yes, he did.
seeking to admit 537.
No objection.
Admitted.
This is a picture of his work.
Yes.
Seeking to admit 536.
No objection.
Admitted.
You typically sit what they refer to as cage side at John's fights?
Yes, I did.
And is that a picture of you cage side?
Yes, it is.
And was that from his Bellator days?
Yes.
And just Bellator? And is it fair to say that, pardon me, behind UFC, Bellator is the second most popular MMA, I don't know what you call it.
Organization?
Company? Organization,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, that's what I've been told.
And was this fight televised on Spike TV?
Yes, it was.
They have Bellator has every Friday night Spike TV fights.
Objection, Your Honor, relevant?
I'll move on.
Thank you. Sustained.
Seeking to admit 545.
I have no objection by the state, Your Honor.
It's admitted.
So the black shorts then, if I'm understanding what you said, you can see the black shorts now?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm understanding what you said,
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
I'm understanding what you said earlier, the black shorts were from the October, or not from the October 18th fight.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, but this is one of his fights?
Yes, it is.
Televised on Spike TV?
Yes.
And is this you blowing a kiss to him while he's in the ring?
Yes, it is.
Seeking to admit 546.
No objection, Your Honor.
546 is admitted.
Thank you. Alrighty, now we have orange shorts. Is that October 18th?
I don't know. I believe the red dress was the second dress that I wore. I wore the black dress on the first fight. I'm not 100% sure. But I try and go in order of dresses.
You tried to what?
I try and go in order of dresses. I wore a white dress, a red dress, and a black dress.
Okay, by an order of dresses, you mean in your mind what dress you wore?
Yes, the black dress I believe was the first dress. So this would not be the first fight.
Okay, 515, one more MMA picture. Seeking to admit, Your Honor?
No objection from the state.
515 is admitted.
Okay. This appear to be a promo picture of John,
Yes, it is.
and it has some advertising on it.
Yes, it does.
Is any advertising on here of particular note to you?
Yes, one of my labels is on there.
What do you mean by one of your labels?
The Christy Mack sign, that is obviously mine.
Okay, I understand that, but you said one of your labels. Let's explore that for a second. Since the incident, or actually even before the incident, you have, I believe it's macmarket.com, you sell clothing, do I have that right?
Yes, that's a newer one.
Okay. I know you have something from a company called Fleshlight, I don't feel the need to get into. Is that one of the lines you're talking about?
Yes.
All right. So you have the newer clothing line and the Fleshlight line. What else do you have?
I just sell hats and things like that.
Do the hats have the Christy Mack logo on them?
Some of them do.
But is that part of the Mac Market, the newer line?
Yes, it is.
All right. So is it just the two lines, the Fleshlight and the Mac Market?
Yeah, I believe that's all I'm selling right now.
Okay, and the emoji?
Yes.
Alrighty, going back to the, this is 510, going back to the black shorts, may I admit, Your Honor?
No objection.
It's admitted.
Alrighty, these are John's shorts from one of the fights?
Yes, they are.
And do they appear to be advertising anything that's of note to you?
My name is on there again.
Your Honor, seeking to admit 534.
No objection.
It's admitted.
And do you know what this picture is from?
This is right before one of his promo shoots.
So this is a promo shoot for his MMA career?
Yes,
And you're wearing a Christy Mack hat with a I Heart Christy Mack sticker somewhere lower on your body?
yes, the photographer wanted to take pictures of me also.
Okay. And you're kind of punching towards him in the direction of a tattoo on his neck. Is that fair to say?
No, that's incorrect. I was holding onto his shirt.
Oh, I see. Okay. On his neck, what does that say? John, of course.
Yes, it says Mac.
And is that Mac like Ms. Mackinday, short for Mackinday?
Yes.
And I know this seems silly, but just to lay the foundation, you sometimes go by Christy Mack. That's kind of your nickname?
My stage name, yes, that's
Your
accurate.
stage name. Okay. 511. Seeking to admit 511, Your Honor?
No objection.
511 is admitted.
Okay. Is that a picture of you and John from About the News Down?
Yes, it is.
Is that a picture that either you or John took,
Yes.
posted to Instagram?
I'm not sure where it was posted.
Posted on the internet somewhere for people to see?
Yes.
Do you sell these are slippers?
John had commissioned those for me as a present.
Oh, so this is not part of your clothing line?
No, not at all.
So you knew to admit 506?
No objection.
It's admitted.
What am I looking at? Or what are you looking at?
This is one of John's products.
Part of, I guess it says on the back, if you could see it, alphamaleship.com.
Yes.
And there's a C in the ABCs. Do you know what that is?
Cypionate.
Yes.
He told me that it was some sort of steroid.
Testosterone?
I'm not sure exactly what it is.
All right. And 543. Seeking to admit 543.
No objection.
543 is admitted.
Who took this picture?
I did.
That what's referred to commonly as a selfie?
Yes.
I don't know why this is crooked. I hope it doesn't bug you. And that hat, is that the Alpha Male logo?
Yes, it is.
And was John consistently, I don't know, talking to you, pestering you about promoting his Alpha Male line?
Yes, he was. I would often take pictures for him, and much like this one was not good enough for him because I was not wearing enough makeup. So I was not presentable enough to post the picture.
Alrighty. Yeah, 521. Seeking to admit 521.
No objection.
It's admitted.
This appear to be text messages between you and John.
Yes, it does have my name on it.
All right. Did you text him at some point, what is your thing with Kiss of Sins?
I don't recall this exact conversation.
Who is Kiss of Sins?
She's an adult actress.
And did John have a quote-unquote thing with her?
He would flirt with a lot of adult actresses.
And that would make you angry?
It wouldn't make me quite angry, but I would like to know what was going on.
Well, you see the last line that's cut off?
Yes?
What does it say?
Would you like me to read?
Yes,
What
please.
okay. If you even attempt to flirt with any other porn.
All right. There was obviously more than that. That was an expression of your displeasure with his flirting?
I believe so. I don't know the whole text message, but
All right.
it would appear to be so.
Now, you had rules with John about him sleeping with other people, correct?
Yes, I did.
And seeking to admit 550,
No objection.
It's admitted.
you texted to John?
Yes, it would be something that I would say.
All right. And you're telling him, I'm paraphrasing, he can sleep with who he wants, you just want to know and answer your questions, that's only fair?
Yes.
And was that at least part of your agreement with him?
Yes, I would be part of it.
So when he would flirt with Kiss of Sins and, let's be blunt, so many others, that would make you angry?
If it was out in the public, such as on Twitter or through Instagram, where other people could see it, it would aggravate me.
And I think as you testified yesterday, also make you jealous?
Yes, it would.
And here's another. Seeking to admit 527.
No objection.
It's admitted.
Who is Cassidy?
I believe it was one of the women that he was flirting with.
An adult star as well?
I don't believe so. I don't know anyone named Cassidy in the adult world.
All right, but this is perhaps another example of you calling him out on flirting that he wasn't pre-approved to do?
Yes, it appears to be so.
All right. Seeking to admit 525.
No objection.
It's admitted.
Can you see that all right?
Yes.
Seems to be... That's no better. Who's that a picture of?
That's John, myself, and Phoenix Marie.
And who is Phoenix Marie?
She's an adult actress.
Okay. And did John have a sexual relationship with her?
I believe on film, but I wasn't aware of anything further.
Seeking to admit 528 and then 552, Your Honor?
No objection to either.
They're admitted.
Actually, 552 and then 528.
Both admitted.
Thank you. In the days preceding August 7th, or in the day or two preceding August 7th and August 8th, had you asked John to marry you?
Several times.
Yet again, but in that time period?
I'm not sure if I had said it. I quite possibly could have.
Okay. And did he let you know that he was shopping for rings?
No, he never let me know he was shopping for things.
And then this is 528. When he texted you, as we went through before, at about 1:30 in the afternoon on the 7th, has surprise, H-A-Z, surprise for Mac. You ever learn what that surprise was?
I believed it was a teapot. He said through email that it was a ring.
$554.
Sorry, the email you just mentioned, what time, when did you get that email?
While I was in the hospital.
Do you know someone named Ken Pavia?
Yes, I do.
And was Ken John's manager?
At one point, yes.
All right, seeking to admit 554.
No objection.
Admitted?
Can you see that well enough to see the date on it? You want me to zoom in a little bit?
I can see it.
All right, what date, I'm sorry, what is this, by the way? What are we looking at?
This is a tweet.
A tweet from Ken Pavia and then a reply from you?
Yes,
All righty, and, I'm sorry, did you ever say what date it was?
it is August 11th.
Let me zoom in a little bit.
Oh, his is August 10th. Mine was August 11th.
Oh, I see, okay. Oh, sorry about that. You told Mr. Pavia that none of what at the crime scene would be John's, none?
Yes, because nobody attacked him.
Do you still have that opinion?
I know now that there was a spot of blood on the wall, a small section that was his.
Do you know someone named Ryan from Gardner Grills? Gardner Grills, I guess dental and tooth guard company.
I don't believe so.
Do you know that John would go to a dentist mouth guard company to get custom fittings before his fights?
I'm sure you would have to, yeah.
All right, and at some point, did you send a picture down there of your chipped tooth?
Possibly.
Seeking to admit 556?
So, real quick, no objection to the admission of the photograph. My objection is to Meg. When you use the term send down there, could I just know what you're saying when you say send down there?
I'll clean it up.
Thank you.
So 556 is admitted?
All right, well, let me zoom in on this for you. Now, there's a stamp on this dated February 7th, 2014. Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
And I know the pictures aren't real good quality, but on the left side, when you spoke about this yesterday, you said that was a picture of your bruises healing.
Yes. And
then on the right side, that's a picture of your chipped tooth.
Yes, it is.
And what, and so do you recall now sending that picture down to the dentist to see if it needed some kind of work, can be fixed easily?
No, I don't remember sending that to him.
Can I have that exhibit number, Mr. Lewin?
556.
Thank you.
This one's going to be a little, oh, seeking to admit 564.
No objection.
Admitted?
This one's going to be a little difficult to see, I think, because some of it is light. You know, why don't we do this? What does this appear to be?
This is a tweet.
And does it appear to be a response to someone who uses the handle Garden of Life Raw?
Yes.
And can you see who it's sent from and the date that it's sent?
That is from my Twitter handle on the 28th of July.
All right, thank you. And I'm going to come on out then.
2014?
Yes, of 2014.
I'm going to come on out then. Can you read the tweet to us?
In the old country, we did not make these threats. If you say you're going to kill someone, you do it.
And that's you writing that to Garden of Life Raw and with a sort of CC to War Machine 170?
Yes,
Yes?
I was responding to a tweet correspondence which they had made.
Right. And War Machine 170, who is that?
That is John.
That was his Twitter handle?
Yes.
Thank you. .576. It says she's got the biggest sex drive, aggressive sex drive on her side. Seeking to admit 576.
No objection.
It's admitted.
Okay, you testified yesterday about a not quite as active sex drive as your persona would suggest.
That's correct.
Is this a fair and accurate depiction of ChristyMack.com as it was yesterday, or as it sits today?
I haven't been to my website in over 4 years, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Okay. Do you see where it says this tattooed vixen is straight edge but with an aggressive sex drive and attitude?
Yes, I do.
What is straight edge?
I do not drink, I do not smoke, and I do not partake in any drugs.
No alcohol.
No alcohol.
And straight edge is, if you're aware of the origins, it comes from like early 80s hardcore scene.
Yes.
And it's kind of a way of life that certain people follow and identify with.
Yes.
You listen to the music associated with it.
Objection to relatives.
Come on up, please. All right, the objection's overruled. Go ahead.
Do you remember what I asked you?
No, I'm sorry, could you please repeat?
Okay, maybe not, but I'll go back. Straight edge is kind of a way of life that people identify with. It's like a group of people.
Yes.
And a lot of your fans are so-called straight edge people.
I'm not sure if they would be or not.
So people tweet you about like, like you discuss with people like early 80s hardcore bands, like especially Minor Threat.
No, I never discuss music really.
Seeking to admit 575.
No objection.
It's admitted.
Does this, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Does this look to you like a, not John's car, but like a stock photo of the interior with the front driver and passenger seats of a 2007 Prius?
Possibly. I'm not really well versed in interiors of Prius.
Are you aware what John's car was?
I know it was a Prius. I'm not sure of the year or if it was completely stock or modifications. I don't know.
Looking at the dashboard, did that dashboard look like John's dashboard?
Possibly. I haven't seen it in a few years, but
Well, how many times were you in that car?
quite a few.
And so where I'm, you know what, if you don't mind doing the pointing, can you show me where you went into the dashboard and your tooth chipped?
I'm not sure the exact point of contact, but it would have been
General area.
somewhere around here.
seeking to admit 577.
No objection.
Okay, let me see what I can do here. You able to see that?
Yes, I can.
Be better if I went in a little bit more?
No, this is fine.
Okay. What does this appear to be to you?
This is a message strain on Twitter.
What are commonly called direct messages?
Yes.
All right, so these are not public, they're, these would be between you and another individual, kind of a private mailbox?
Yes.
And can you see who that other individual is?
It looks like John's picture.
And can you tell what date it is?
The 25th of July, 2014.
And it says, can't wait to see you tomorrow. I'm so happy that I woke up and got my head on straight. I'm going to keep it going strong. I want to make you happy. I want you to feel loved all of the time, night, and I hope you're dreaming of me. And then you replied, I love you, baby, thank you.
Yes, that's correct.
And then wish you were her. I'd love to make love to you and then cuddle you to sleep. I hope you're sleeping well. I love you. And then he puts a little asterisk in here, meaning he didn't love. He didn't mean wish you were her.
Yes, that's correct. It's on a different day, though.
Oh, I see. Okay. And do you recall what dates you were with John in San Diego at the end of July?
I don't know exactly which dates. I'm assuming it would be the 26th,
Right. Okay, that's where I was going, based on the direct
based on the message, yes.
Okay. And then, based on it being July 29th, you would have left San Diego already by that point?
Yes, I would have already been gone.
And then on July 29th, did you tell him, I love you, baby, I'm so happy?
I can't see that.
Oh, I'm sorry. You
Yes,
see that?
yes, I did.
And his response was, good,
Yes.
and love you all the muches, can't wait to see you and taste your pee, and make it, forget it, make it, make it come all over you with my hard fat dick, then cuddles you. I'm sorry, it's just, there's no way.
You tried, I understand.
Yeah. That's what it says.
Yes.
And are these true, accurate, and complete copies of the conversation you had?
I don't remember this conversation, but it obviously did happen.
All right. And then to the then cuddles you and whatever preceded it, you said soon loves you?
Yes.
Right, and the loves, L-O-V-E-S, would be consistent with what we talked before instead of 143 to 153.
Yes.
And then on August 1st, he tells you, in 24 hours, I'll be holding you tight and snoring in your ear. I love you.
Yes.
All right, meaning he saw you August 2nd again?
I'm guessing so, yes.
He came to Las Vegas in early August, correct?
Yes, that would be the time.
And that was when you testified you began to pull away from Corey? I'm sorry, or Corey noticed you were pulling away from him?
Yes, and I had a talk with Corey.
Right, that would be on then that Monday, the 5th?
I believe we had the talk before this, after I had been in San Diego with him, because John and I had posted pictures of us together online.
All right, and then on August 1st, you said, I love you too, baby, but no snoring?
Yes.
And then nothing between August 1st and August 5th, and you got a thinking of you and a F, I'm so horny tonight, I can't stand it, I need you. Oh, I'm sorry again. F, I'm so horny tonight, I can't stand it, I need you.
Yes, that was correct.
All right. There was I'm going to go back to this later, but I just want to finish with the pictures. There was a time in early 2014 was there a time in early 2014 that John moved out of your residence in Las Vegas and moved in with Phil and Angela Baroni?
I believe it was the later end of 2013.
So like December?
Yes.
And do you know at what point, at some point he moved back in with you, correct?
I'm not sure if he went back to San Diego first or came directly to my house from there.
All right, but at some point he moved back in with you?
Yes, he did.
And prior to him moving back into you, he broke his back or herniated a disc?
I'm not sure what his exact injury was.
He had a problem with his back?
Yeah.
Seeking to admit 512?
No objection.
It's admitted.
Based upon the severity of his back injury, did he have to miss a fight on Friday, March 14th in Chicago?
Yes, he did.
I know it's 569. Seeking to admit 569?
No objection.
It's admitted.
What's this a picture of?
This is a knife.
Is this one of the steak knives from downstairs in your house?
Yes, it is.
And is this the one that you testified broke in half?
No, it is not.
Is this the one he went downstairs to get? You testified later he went downstairs to get another steak knife?
I don't know. I was gone at that point.
Okay. Are you able to see, let me see. You able to see hairs on the steak knife?
Yes, I see that.
What color are the hairs?
I can't tell.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness with the photo?
Yes.
Those appear to be gray or silver.
Gray or silver?
Yes.
Okay. On August 8th, 2014, was your hair gray or silver?
I had a gray or silver wig.
Okay. So those hairs would be from your gray and silver wig?
Yes.
$568. Actually, I'm going to hold on to this. Do you remember a time texting John rapes, his response, real men does, and your response, you're a real man?
I don't remember the exact conversation, but I'm sure that happened.
Would it refresh your recollection if I were to approach you and show you?
Possibly.
Your Honor, it's 501. I'm not seeking to admit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
last
it,
part.
is it, okay, this is it? Yeah, I'm sure it happened, I just don't recall.
Okay. So, well, I guess the question is then, does this specifically refresh your recollection?
No, I still don't specifically remember the exact conversation, but if it came from our phones, then it obviously happened.
And it's consistent with the type of things you would discuss? As part of the rules of your relationship, do you guys have what you call a sex slave?
He referred to it as a sex slave, yes.
Well, can you explain it to me?
Just someone for him to have sex with when I was unable.
And never the three of you?
We had plans for it to be the three of us, but I don't recall us ever even having a threesome.
You testified yesterday about drinking NyQuil, yes?
I don't believe that was in my testimony yesterday. Oh, yes.
San Diego.
When I was going to see him. Yeah, I had some NyQuil.
And do you recall messages with John telling him you just drank like probably 20 servings of NyQuil?
It's obviously an exaggeration.
I get that it's hyperbole, but nonetheless, you'd taken some NyQuil?
Yes.
You discussed yesterday a snake incident involving a choke.
Oh, yes.
Okay. That was in the morning before a birthday party?
No, those are two different occasions.
What was, we'll get back to that.
Should be, but if it isn't, you want me to do it?
Yeah, I just like to bring it back up.
Okay, we'll go to 11 o'clock. Yeah. So this is 12:03.
Apologize for the delay. Okay, Your Honor, we're seeking to admit 622, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 21, and, I'm sorry, this is, yes, 621, and then we go to 253.
The state has no objection, Your Honor.
So I think what we have is 621 to 630 and 253. They're admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay. I'm sorry, just 1 second. These are... All right. Hopefully we have these in order. So 626. See that all right?
Yes.
Focus? Okay. You're discussing conventions with John,
Yes.
and he asks you who's helping you,
Yes, he does.
and who is helping you?
Ivan and KT.
Who is KT?
KT was one of my friends.
Okay. Did John have any type of relationship with KT?
I recently learned yes.
And then going to just after that, 627. I'm sorry, 627 is the exhibit. We're talking about 931 to 936. What's John telling you? Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see. Here at the bottom.
He's telling me that if he goes to the fights, he'll come to me on Saturday.
Have you ever heard of anyone or met anyone named Nick Price?
I'm not sure.
Was John going to see one of his friends fight in Los Angeles?
Yes, that's what he told me.
All right, and at 9:31 and 55 seconds, what does he tell you?
He says, I don't think I'll go.
At that point, did you think he was still coming Saturday, or he might come earlier?
I wasn't sure.
And so you say, okay, and then, so what times you get here? Yes?
Yes,
And he says 6 to 7.
yes.
He didn't specify AM or PM, did he?
No, he did not.
And then he asked you, time is thing, meaning, well, you tell me, but does that mean what time is your convention?
I believe so.
And it was 3 to 11? That sound right?
I don't remember.
What?
the hours of my
convention, the
convention.
conference was 3 to 11, 3 PM to 11 PM. Yeah, I'm sorry, you said you don't remember?
I don't know.
All right. All right, and 628, which is in evidence, I'm going to direct you to where it says line 261. I'm going to push it over. What's John asking you to do?
To follow his company, AMS.
Alpha male, stop.
Yes.
And he'll unfollow whoever you want later?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Through social networking, that he would unfollow all of the women that he was flirting with.
And that was something you requested of him?
Yes.
And I don't understand, were you reluctant to follow AMS because he was still following a number of women?
I'm not sure. Sometimes I would not follow him or not follow his company. If we would break up, I would obviously not want to see those things, so I would unfollow.
Or would you block or just not follow?
It depends.
Or mute?
I don't know how to mute. So that's a thing?
That's the thing, you can mute now, never mind. Alrighty, so 629 here, up at the top, 5:09 and 33 seconds, what happened?
Victor bit me. Now he has to die.
Alrighty, and then 3 minutes later, 6:30, you to John? Okay?
Okay, yes.
You're asking him, okay, he has to die?
He sent that.
Oh, I'm sorry. And he then also sent hard, meaning he bit you hard?
Yes.
And you said yes?
Yes.
And then he asked you, you gonna kills?
Yes.
And then you sent to him,
You have to scroll it.
oh, sorry, yet again. And you sent to him, needs to get new daddy then?
No, he sent that to me. We're talking about the feeder mice that I would have.
I understand.
Okay, just-
Mice or rats?
Oh, rats.
Yeah, I think you made that clear before, but thank you for clarifying. All righty, States 253. August 7 at, you understand 23:01 to be 11:01 p.m.?
Yes, I do.
And then this is actually going down as opposed to going up. John told you he drove to, his friend drove to Vegas and said there's still construction and all that traffic, blah.
Yes,
And then he told you tomorrow was going to suck.
that's correct.
And you told him, why don't you go to your fights then and come here on Saturday from LA?
Yes.
Showing you 623. That's you telling him, show me your cum?
Yes, it is.
Well, the two of them read together,
Yes.
typos happen. He tells you what?
That he's saving it for my pussy.
And I guess he sent you some videos
Yes.
and told you you can watch them when you need his essence?
Essentially, yes.
Yes. And so then at 10:58 p.m., you told him you did?
Yes.
And then now we're talking about, I'm sorry, actually, I'm going out of order. This is 6:25. And we're going up to 22:53 or 10:53 p.m. He's telling you, I love you so much.
Yes.
And what do you tell him?
I tell him that this is your pussy, baby.
And he tells you?
Damn right it is.
That was a thing between you two? Whose pussy is this? This is your pussy?
Yes, he loved me to tell him that it was his.
And he believed you when you told him it was his?
Yes.
I mean, it seems to me you said a lot of things to placate John due to his volatility, and he believed you when you said that. Is that fair to say?
Yes, most of the time he would believe me.
And then, so continuing on, 6:24, going up from the bottom, he tells you he owns it.
Yes.
Never forget that.
Yes.
And you tell him, I won't.
That's correct.
And you tell him, I love you too.
Yes.
Sorry, this is getting unruly. And so seeking to admit 6:39, Your Honor.
No objection.
Right. And you and John would kind of take your bedroom chatter to Twitter and Instagram at times?
This is not anything to do with that.
What is this?
This is me on the road. I would do, this actually specifically is for XBiz, the award show.
I'm sorry, what?
XBiz award show. I had duct tape around my my shoes and certain other parts, like a duct tape bracelet, things like that.
Okay, I think you went through some of these yesterday, but I want to go through them real quick with you. This is already admitted, it's 2:45. Okay. You recall going through this yesterday?
Yes, I do.
This would be early on in your relationship, or do you know?
I have no idea.
All right. And you want to have a fight with John, John doesn't want to have a fight with you?
We were probably in some silly argument.
And he didn't want to argue?
Apparently not.
Okay, I had some confusion about some of the, this is, Your Honor, 241, it's already been admitted.
Okay.
Some confusion about some of the testimony yesterday. There was discussion of, we're referring to these incidents, but sort of the conduct behind them. For example, you've heard either the sushi or the Boulevard Mall kidnap, and either the Ferret Cage or the laundry room choke. Those things make sense to you?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so I'm going to refer to this as the, if it's okay with you, the tattoo/abortion Instagram post. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Are you familiar with what day that happened?
I'm not.
There was a second incident that I will refer to as the herpes slap. Are you familiar with that incident?
They're two separate, he didn't.
Those are two
Actually,
separate days, correct?
Yes.
I'm
All
sorry,
right.
I don't mean to object. My objection would be vague, because I apologize, and it might be my fault that I'm not following, but I don't know what were two separate days and which incidents, so if he could just clarify, I'd appreciate it.
That was my next question.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So we'll call it the abortion Instagram post happened on a different day than the herpes slap.
I don't remember him ever slapping me for having herpes.
Did you get into a fight regarding herpes?
We did. But what he is saying here, may I clarify for you?
You can do that.
Okay. What he is saying here is it was a give and a take, as he's saying that I gave him herpes, but he also slapped me. So to him, that made it even.
Okay, and he had accused you of slapping him first? I'm not asking you whether that's true. I'm asking if he accused you. And
I don't see that here.
Hold on, because it's vague to time. On the day of the herpes slap, he accused you of slapping him first?
I don't believe that's accurate. I don't remember him ever accusing me of slapping him.
Or I guess both of the abortion incident and the herpes incident kind of played themselves out on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes, they did.
And on the night of the abortion incident, did he leave and not come back?
I don't remember if he came back or not.
He left for a little while?
He at least left for a little while, yes.
On the night of the herpes incident, he left for a good long while, several days.
No, we went to the movies.
You went to the movies that night?
Yes.
Okay. You have just 1 second. Yeah. Is now a convenient time for like a 10-minute break? If not, I'll just need 1 second.
You can go in and take our afternoon break now. All right, folks, during this recess, you're admonished not to talk or converse among yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected with this trial, or to read, watch, or listen to any report of or commentary on the trial, or any person connected with this trial by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspapers, television, the internet, or radio, or to form or express any opinion on any subject connected with this trial until the case is finally submitted to you. So take about 10 minutes.
All rise, court is now in recess.